Greetings, family. Once again, hello from for Black Mental Health Matters. Don't know what happened there. Very strange. We were in the middle of speaking to or hearing from Na Okaili Okaite in response to a question we had from one of our live viewers about what are the practical um, indicators, if you like, the practical signs that we can identify in other people that tell us that maybe there are mental health issues. So I'm hoping you can hear me somewhat clearly. I'm going to bring Na back to the fore so that she can continue on answering the question about what practical signs we can identify in other people to let us know that maybe they are suffering from mental health issues, and for her to also let us know about the ebook that she has produced on self-care. Welcome back, Na. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened,
Hi,
but please,
that's fine.
hello. Please go ahead when you're ready.
All right. So are we waiting for David or we should proceed?
um. Okay, let me see if I can get him back. It's I think you should go ahead. I'm not quite sure what happened. He can come in
Okay.
later. That's fine. I've sent him the link. Now, are you there? Welcome back, everyone. If they're retuning into this live show, sorry about the interruption. I was responding from our audience about the practical effects of how we identify the practical effects of mental health in other people. Maybe it's a bad day. Nai Akali was on the platform. She's just dropped off. But if you can bear with us, then here she is.
Okay. I don't know what's happening to MTN today. My Wi-Fi is MTN, so I don't know.
Thank
But I
you.
hope
Whilst we wait
it's
for your
better now.
patience. Yes, please do go ahead, Sister Na.
Okay. All right. So I was saying that there are key indicators you can look out for. David spoke about what other people can look out for in their significant others to tell also want looking at your as an individual looking out for yourself to know issues a safe place. Okay, I think I should reposition. Oh my god.
Thank you. Audience, if you are still with us, thank you very much. These technical issues happen. We thank you for being there. Um, if you had posted a question in the last segment that was not yet asked, can you please put it back in the chat because we've lost the comments. So please ask your questions. Now Kylie is continuing to
Is it
respond
better
to a
now?
question. Yes, please go
Okay.
ahead.
All right. So I was saying that as an individual, what you can also look out for in your own self that will tell you that your mental health is declining and you need to do something about it. there are three components of everybody's mental well-being. So first of all, your thoughts, your behaviors or your emotions, and then your no, your feelings or emotions, and then your behavior. What we think about triggers certain emotions, triggers feelings, and then these feelings are evident in what we do, which is our behavior. So first of all, identify your thought pattern. Has there been any change in what you are thinking lately? You can realize that periodically you think you are a failure, you think you're not doing well, you think that you want to kill yourself. There are so many intrusive thoughts that come to our minds that on a regular you know that this is not what you usually happens, this is not what you are usually thinking about. But consistently over a certain period, this line of thought is intruding your everyday thinking, and it is an indication that you need to sit up or reach out to somebody, especially a therapist or a professional in that area, to identify your thought pattern and your thought processing going on up there. Now, definitely, like I said earlier, these thoughts will trigger certain emotions. So consistently you realize that you're having emotions or feelings of anxiety, anger, the things that on a regular you will not react to in a certain way. You find yourself going over the board with them. You find yourself being easily irritable. So the slightest thing you flip, which was not so. There are people who perhaps may have anger issues. That is also a concern for mental health, and you need to speak to somebody to help you deal with those emotions. But if you realize that on a normal, these emotions don't come to you, but for some time now, you are beginning to express these emotions more often than not, then you need to sit up. Or feelings of consistent sadness, or having this high level of energy that you cannot place a finger on, or you do not have energy at all to even engage in the things that come normally to you. Now, the other thing is your behavior. The three components of your behavior you also need to look out for. First of all, is your sleep pattern. Have you realized any changes in your sleep pattern? Are you sleeping too much, or you're unable to sleep at all? Have you realized any changes in your appetite? Are you eating too much, or you're not eating at all? Have you realized any changes in your social interactions? So let's say at your work side or even with your family, you realize that your reactions with them have changed. Are you becoming socially withdrawn? Are you becoming anxious about going out to meet people that wasn't there before? So if you see any significant change in your thoughts, your feelings, or your behavior, as a human being, every day you need to check in with yourself and identify what you are lacking back on. You are beginning to lose motivation, you are beginning to lose drive. These are the daily things that we need to look out for before we get to the extreme points of our mental health declining. You don't need to wait to start hearing voices, you don't need to wait to start seeing things. It may come as something you do not have control over, but on a daily basis, these are little things we can look out for that will tell us that our mental health or our well-being is declining, and we need to speak to somebody about it. So as a human being, as an individual, have a daily introspection for yourself. Look out for yourself. Am I sleeping too much? Am I having challenges sleeping? Am I having difficult getting appetite to eat? Or I'm eating too much than usual? Am I beginning to have resentment for certain things that usually I used to enjoy? Am I losing motivation in activities that were pleasant to me, and now I can't find the motivation to engage in them? So these are little things that you can look out for, like I said earlier, that will tell you that your mental health is declining. On the other side, mental health issues or mental illnesses are genetic. Just like if you have a parent or any family member who suffered diabetes or hypertension, you stand the risk of suffering them if situations present themselves. If you have any family history of any mental illness of a sort, these are indicators to you, and you also need to look out for yourself whenever you start giving symptoms that are not there or are extreme, so that in good time they may be managed and then you can have a normal life. Living with a mental illness doesn't mean that you cannot have a meaningful life. You can have a meaningful life where when there's a management plan in place. So for the indicators you can look out for, these are the little things you can look out for as a human being. And should I come in with a book, or we'll talk about that later?
Yes, no, please let people where they can,
Okay,
because it's good to
okay.
be practical. Where can they access the book?
All right. So just with like the indicators I gave, self-care is one of the things you can also do on a daily basis to put yourself in check, to put your well-being in check, so that whenever you find yourself declining, you have what we call coping mechanisms that help you or guide you to always be at an optimum level of thriving. As we are alive, definitely there are issues that will come up. Even hormonal changes are issues that can come up and to move you into a mentally unstable place. So I have this book here called 30 Days with Madam Mental, and it's a 30-day guide or a plan that spells out 30 daily activities you can do to help yourself take care of yourself, whether or not you're having a mental illness. As a human being, you need to thrive daily. So there is a link. I don't know if I can type the link in here. Should I?
If you type it to me, then I can put it where people can see it.
Okay, so I'll
So
type
type
the
it
link
in the
out to
chat.
you, and then you can
Yeah.
share it on. But when you follow the link, it's currently on pre-order for 20 CDs, and then we'll email the ebook to you so that you can apply it to your daily living. And like I said, you don't need to wait to have extreme symptoms of mental health issues before you seek help. These are daily and little activities we do every day, but we casually talk about self-care and there is no guide to it. So I put these 30 activities together as a guide to help you add value to yourself as a human being, and also take care of yourself and your wellness as you thrive on in life. So kindly do well to follow the link and purchase the book for only 20 CDs, and then let's get the feedback that you have for us as you are using the book, and then we know how to add value to ourselves as we live.
Thank you very much, Sister Na. Brother David, do you have anything else to add? Yes, as we coming to, we were disrupted. So maybe what would your closing remarks be for the family, and how can they reach you, Brother David, if they want more advice or assistance on mental health issues?
Before I'll come to how to reach me, how to overcome stigma, first of all, we must seek treatment. Two, don't buy into the stigma itself. Three, educate yourself. Four, choose your words carefully. Five, join a support group. Six, choose empowerment over shame. Then seven, start against stigma. Yes, I guess I'm just happy that our guest came out to speak on something she has done for that. Also coming up with something very shortly, and it's titled A Practical Guide to Understanding Mental Health and Mental Illness Across Developmental Lifespan. So we need mental health. If you are a child, if you are a pregnant woman, if you are a youth, you're aged, and very soon my book will be available for all parties. So if you want to reach me out, it's +233 54109852 +233 54109851. I also run a virtual platform for mental health issues for people on WhatsApp, Facebook, and other Instagram, LinkedIn. So when they reach me on the WhatsApp, I'll be able to link them up. I do a check on my members, and I have over 190 members from about 25 countries around the world on that platform. So I do education daily on mental health issues, and I engage them every weekly on a specific mental health topic. So tomorrow, like this, we'll be looking at something on workplace mental health in relation to the outbreak of this COVID-19 pandemic. So you can also reach out to me, and we'll get you informed about our program tomorrow. So you can also check me out at davidnabari@gmail.com. The David Nabari is in small letters. So you can be out for anything that you want to do on mental health. For mental health is total health, and I believe in community mental health, to where we have the problems, where the people are. And even from this talk, I'm going to see some people in my community. I don't have time. I see them every time. I engage them and the like. We shouldn't forget the churches, the schools, the community leaders, and the likes. COVID-19 is still real. And mental health is very, very something important that we must talk about during this time. I'm most grateful that our panelist is also working at the East Municipal Hospital, of which we know it is the nation's prime spot for treatment of COVID-19. And we know in time she will come out to throw more light on what they are seeing out there. I was part of the psychosocial team in my district as well. And in fact, there is a lot of fear, stigma, there is a lot of panic, anxiety among the general population. The day we got a case in my community, the community slept at 7 p.m. Everybody slept as if it was a curfew. So we have a lot to do. We have a lot to do. They can reach out to me and we have a lot to share. Thank you very much.
Brother David, please remind me, what is the name of your book? Or can you send me the link and I can put it in the...
Guide to understanding mental health and mental illness across developmental span.
Okay, do you have a link? Otherwise, we can put that later.
Yeah, I will send you to them, get that for them later.
Okay, all right then. Wonderful. Okay, Sister Nile, any closing message for the viewers, and then we'll just wrap up.
Sure. I think David has said, exactly the steps that I also had in mind for us to be able to deal with our personal stereotypes with regards to stigma. I also think that one key thing that everybody or every human being should possess that will help us, first of all, deal with our individual prejudices, because as human beings, you definitely have certain things you hold as values, and then they will want to guide you. But let this key thing also guide you: empathy. When you begin to show empathy to people, it means you are putting yourself in the shoes of other people. So if this thing you are saying to somebody, or if this attitude you are giving to somebody is something you will feel comfortable with it being given back to you, then analyze your actions, analyze your thoughts, analyze your words towards people and situations. And the moment we begin to show empathy, it gives us room to be kind and to show love to other people. Human beings are human beings with or without mental illnesses. So treat everybody like you want to be treated. And that is how we'll be able to deal with stigma on a personal level. Education, we will not stop educating people. So, in your small way, wherever you are, whether you're a mental health worker or not, try as much as possible to educate people on the relevance of mental health, how important it is to our everyday living, and why we do not need to stigmatize people who are in those positions. Having a mental illness does not make you any less of a human being. You can still live a meaningful and a fulfilled life. So if you're on this platform and you've been diagnosed with any mental illness of a sort, know that there is a meaningful life for you. You can live to your best, the best capacity that you can give out. Don't make this allow you to look down on yourself. Do yourself a favor by living your best version. I also want to say that if you want to reach out to me, I do clinic also. So, but I do, aside working at Ga East, I do a lot of online sessions. I'm yet to start doing extensive education because of the limited time that I have. But you can reach me on Instagram, Madam Mental, and Facebook. I also have a mental health platform, Serenity Mental Health. So on Facebook and Instagram, you see Serenity Mental Health, and my personal page is Madam Mental. So you can reach out to me, whatever assistance you need, whatever referrals that you are looking for. If you are looking for facilities, available facilities you can reach out to within your locality here in Ghana, you can send me a message and then we will take it from there. So one key thing again, don't stop taking care of yourself. The only person who is going to be with you for the rest of your life is you, and you owe yourself the best version. So be unapologetic about it. Prioritize your mental health, your peace of mind, and don't stop taking care of yourself. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable David, Sister Na. That's been a great show. Apologies once again to the viewers that the show was disrupted. It was ended early. So I would just add thank you to our guests. Thank you for watching, and if you came back, thank you very much for taking the time to come back. Mental health. When we talk about mental health, we're talking about stigma today, and so what we tend to think is really poor mental health. When you talk about mental health, people assume poor mental health. So any one of us will have some issue with our mental health at some point. It's just, it may not get to the stage where, somebody or we feel that we must either seek professional help or go to some kind of institution. So I love the practical advice, guidance, tips that our guests have provided today, especially that if we have mental health issues, it doesn't make us any less of a person. You could technically say mental health issues arise when you're feeling down. How down? We have already talked about last week's suicidality. It's a spectrum, it's a range. So let's do what we can to just address our health, full stop, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. So thank you once again for joining myself today, Angela Santiama, and our guests, Honorable David Nabua and Sina Ofete. So enjoy the rest of the day, and if you really care about those who are around you, you find a way to take care of yourself first, because without you, what is going to happen to them? So all the best, and let's all take care of our mental health. Until next week.
All right, bye.